Investigation's not done yet.
It's past 9 PM already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time, so probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
Yeah, you're right.
So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley did kill her, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found, the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
Maybe? I don't know. I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab a knife in the corpse herself? Yeah, why go the effort to frame Matt? Yeah, that makes sense. You know, why would you hire an assassin and then try to frame the crime to someone else? It's like, that makes no sense.
But if Miss Andrews wasn't a client, then... No, it can't be...
Matt On Guard himself?
If Mr. On Guard really did hire the assassin,
then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He'll be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. On Guard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him...
Mr. On Guard, let me ask you one more question. Did you kill him?
It's like, no, I did not.
Did not kill him. I guess maybe... I don't know. Yeah, we didn't see any Cyclops. If he's lying, then we would see Cyclops, but... Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what's this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls?
Juan had bet everything on Jammin Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Mao was going down with him. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career.
Some sort of secret.
Mr. On Guard's secret? What is his secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrida was going to reveal this secret. That means... he was going to reveal his internet browsing history, oh no! Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no way around it now. I guess we gotta go do that. Yeah, all the evidence that we just got, I guess we just gave it away. We gave it away to Gumshoe and Edgeworth, so we don't have it here. Oh well. Yeah, let's go. I don't know if we need to talk with Pearl or anyone else. I was gonna think of presenting profiles again, evidence, I always do that. But I guess not.
Oh, it's getting really late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 PM already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Corrida held about Mr. On Guard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Yeah, I think Adrian and Matt, they're both in jail actually. So how do we talk with them? I don't know. You're still here, old bag. Hey, wait. What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made? I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgypoo, so... Edgeworth? And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. But I guess she's going to search the whole hotel for any other bugs? This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of those scandalous meeting. Or always scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? What's that?
It means, well, the gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corridor.
I'll let you on another secret, young'un. I know who planned that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people! Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see her for myself too!
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I bet it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Adrian? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? What are you talking about?
You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married,
Get married? With who? Married? You mean to Mr. Corridor?
Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after the marriage announcement? When the... I was gonna say, normally you wouldn't kill yourself after, getting married, but maybe you would. I don't know.
Why would Miss Impact want to kill herself? She's gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, the manager, Celeste, killed herself.
How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. I guess, I was gonna say, maybe we should ask Juan, but Juan's dead too, so I guess we'll never know. Well, we might never know the reason. Can I present Edgeworth to you? You like Edgeworth, right? Okay, maybe not. Okay, I don't think she's gonna say anything useful to us. Not anymore anyway. I think she said all she can. I'll leave you to your bug sweeping, old bag. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Actually, in that case, can we go back to Ongar's room? Is that a thing? I wonder. Can we go inside? No? Okay, maybe not. No, not here. I didn't want to go back here. I was thinking because the police were investigating Ongar's room, right? Phoenix did just say that they finished, but I guess it's still off limits to us. So we cannot go in there anymore. Oh well. So I guess for now, go back here? It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Ongar's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person that we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Ongar case? We are taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Or Mr. Nick? Well, between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgewood wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content.
Well, thank you very much. Well, this is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Well, I guess we have permission, so we can talk to people now. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Onguard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do you want to hear first? Let's talk to Matt first, I guess.
Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you.
I hope so too. Edgewood just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this guy, right here, Matt on guard. That's what he says, but where's the proof though? I don't know. What's wrong? Well, Mr. On guard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual Lori dude self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as a Nico samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan held a secret so powerful it would destroy his career, yeah. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? No? I guess not. 5 locks! I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Psych locks. You said secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Or do you, dude? Well, did you know about Mr. Corda and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't have any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corda. Her mentor was Mr. Corda's manager, and Miss Andrews was gonna get Miss Celeste's Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste... Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for some pizza? My treat. Sure, I would like some pizza.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is that kind of a pea, like green peas?
Well, let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. Oh, that's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? I'm kinda scared to show him this card. What's wrong, dude? Oh, so about this picture card. Have you ever seen this before? Nope, never saw it before in my life, dude. I don't think he's lying, or is he? Then again, he looked like he gasped just now. Maybe I'm seeing things? Know anything about this radio transceiver? Very nice transceiver, dude. Okay, that's it. John Doe? What about this person? He's
your butler, Mr. Doe. Mr. Doe, right? We met him at your mansion.
Oh, yes, that's right. He's a pretty cool dude who can do lots of things. He takes real good care of me. Okay. Mr. On Guard. Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all, but I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything. What do you mean by that? It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. I don't get it. Why would she want to frame me? I mean, I've never done anything to her, dude. That sounds pretty sincere and seems trustworthy, so I have to find out what Miss Andrews' real intentions are. Yeah, I guess I have to talk to Andrews instead to get more information, because I don't think I have enough information to really break his psych locks, because I don't know what his secret is, really. But maybe Miss Andrews does. So let's, I guess, you know, just back out and come back. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me! Who's this? Uh-oh. Oh, Mr. Powers! What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. Oh, so the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. But all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looks suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you gonna talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Now, who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic Mai and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch, I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is gonna be a lot of damage to Matt, you know? Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself. What? How horrible! That's unforgivable! Oh, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, we said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking kind of energetic? You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have their dazzling sort of image, right? Dazzling sort of image? But aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? Oh, you mean Miss Impax? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why did you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Okay, Mr. Power is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity. It's going Super Saiyan. I mean, it would make sense, you know, just turn his head, like his hair blonde, and he pretty much looks like a Super Saiyan. Anyway. Hey, so you have heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And then they say that Juan went and hid it. Well, we heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think there's something bad what was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Corneda? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends, and she said it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corneda by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info, thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still some things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Let's go. Let's go back to the detention center. Hello, Adrian. I broke a bunch of your glasses, by the way, by pointing at your face with my finger. Hopefully I don't need to pay the bill for that. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me. I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Corda had on Mr. Onguard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Onguard if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Onguard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with the case. Nothing. What about Miss Celeste Impax? I finally put her death behind me, and now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide, and it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip, but I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Well, why did you frame Mr. Onguard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? Well, not by framing him. But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that I couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Psych lock! That was only one, though. Right out of her heart. Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. Celeste was my mentor. She was a strong woman. She wouldn't kill herself over any old trifling matter. So, you have some ideas of why she killed herself? Yes, I suppose. Hate talking about myself? Okay. Don't like to talk about yourself. Miss Andrews? Now things have come to this, I have nothing left to say about that man. Not one word. He's a very prideful man, or rather, was. He absolutely had to compete with Matt in everything, no matter what it was. He was such an idiot. Such a baka. Miss Andrews? I guess maybe all stars are like that. Never giving any thought to other people's feelings. By the way, Mai's kidnapped? Okay, I guess I shouldn't tell you that. Actually, Von Karma, she talked to you about pleading the fifth? No? Okay, I guess not. Well, I guess, let's see if we can break her psych lock. I don't know... Well, let's see. I guess, like, we're supposed to be finding out what she's getting revenge for? Who we're getting revenge on? I don't know. Well, can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Onguard for the murder? I'd already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Onguard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Well, she did say that the police were incompetent at figuring out Celeste's death, even though her death was supposedly suicide, but I guess she thinks otherwise? I mean, that's the only person. I mean, literally, like, she killed herself. She tried to kill herself because Impax killed herself as well. So, like, she's the only reason she would go so far, right? Celeste, her mentor. Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge, and that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Engarde, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I don't know actually. Do they have a relation? I don't think we've... Yeah, I don't think we have enough evidence to show that actually. Maybe not. I don't think I have enough evidence. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Wah. There's like 2 psych locks you have to break. Adrian's and Matt's, but I don't know if we have enough evidence to prove either of them about anything. Well, but first we have a phone call, I guess. Do 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 do. Mr. Nick, you're found. I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important. Hello? We've got a big problem, pal. What's wrong? I'm on my way to your office right now. Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here? It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. What's the end I say? I'm gonna... Oh. I got here faster than I thought. Hey. Okay. No time to relax now, pal. I'm confused as anything here. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. Huh? This quickly? And this bear is what gave them away, pal. The bear? I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking at the bear instead of the camera. Well, I think someone beat you to the punch, Gumshoe. It wasn't Gumshoe. Miss Pearls, and go on? There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their realm? Matt Engarde. Huh? Matt Engarde, your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. That's an expensive bear. A receipt. That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engarde. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engarde's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engarde himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. So Miss Matt Engarde bought the bear and put the camera there? So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away the evidence. Spy camera. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Cordella's room was Matt Engarde. Why would Mr. Engarde do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corda in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this, or rather, that's me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see it? Mr. Engarde, I mean. Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Engarde, wonder what have you done? So the stuffed bear, spy camera, and transmitter, I guess. Well, I guess maybe we can go back to the detention center. You're working real late, you know. It's already past 10 PM, dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But you really want to know, let's talk. Okay, well, just to be safe, I mean, it's just an investigation, I'm just gonna save a little. Yeah, just a little save. Because what we're gonna do next is, probably... Well, I was gonna say, like, break his Cyclops, but can we actually just show the stuff? You know, can we show this camera? You say anything? No? Not 12 hours of beauty sleep? Okay. How about this? Okay, he's not gonna say anything, so I assume, yeah, we're gonna have to break his Cyclops. Break his Cyclops. Whoa! That's a lot of Cyclops. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Korda had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you pay close attention to Mr. Korda, especially on that night. I guess, yeah, this spy camera. Right? Unless, well, I don't know, it's either the bear or the spy camera itself. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Korda's room that night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where's this camera you're talking about hidden? It was in this bear. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? I guess stalker fans? Well, actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Korda was... well, actually, it was you. You know, this Cyclops is actually pretty easy. Well, so far, anyway. This is the information we just got from Gumshoe, you know? Well, Mr. Onguard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've met Mr. Bear before, dude. Ah, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Onguard. Well, if I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all just a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here proves it was you that put the camera inside the bear. The receipt, yeah. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Onguard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800, dude. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush. It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew, elephant hair. Is that what rich people use nowadays? Goddamn rich people. Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Korda's room and filmed it in secret is... Do I have that reason? Because I'm thinking, well, assuming that Madame Gar is the client, maybe he wanted to see the murder? And assuming he was killed by Shelly the Killer, he simply just wanted to, I guess, confirm the kill? Maybe? Right? I mean, I don't know if there's anything else to show except this card. Unless there's another piece of evidence I didn't get. I don't know. I think it's this. Right? Unless, I don't know. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Corder's room and filmed in secret is... either see the murder, or maybe... the rendezvous of hatred? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I might be wrong. Let's see. What is this card? Or maybe he doesn't know about this card. Well, this is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know him, don't you? Shelly the Killer. That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? Oh, this is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt Engard, I know why you know Mr. D. Killer. It's because you're a hero of justice, an ally of justice. What's that called in Japanese again? Sega no Mikata, or something like that? You know, M. Yashiro always wants to be a hero of justice or whatever. Well, it's not because he's a hero of justice, not because he's a star, it's because you're his client. At least that's what Edgeworth told us anyway, so I'm just stealing his answers. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. Yeah, that's why, well, yeah, obviously that's why he would know that something would take place in the first place. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Engard. Here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Engard, you really did hire... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult yourself? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Engard. He looks different. He also has vampire teeth. And of course the scars, and his hair is different. Also he's holding... where do you get that anyway? I guess orange juice? I imagine maybe in the original Japanese version it was just simply wine. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. So you really are Shelly the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me, I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? You're lying. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why'd you hide the video camera and... Weaklings soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail.
They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why...
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face in the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. And with that I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video's my insurance. Is that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why'd you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough for an answer for you, little girl.
Why would you kill Mr. Coroner?
Because he was about to sling so much dung into my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Coroner had been able to give it, then Mr. Ongar's secret would have been...
well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Coroner ended up dead.
Let me tell you something, I'm not like Adrian, I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet innocent face and people will swallow up anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me, Matt on guard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet.
How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Corrida, and you answered very clearly you hadn't killed anyone.
Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that D-killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room.
You killed Mr. Corrida!
I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How's that sound? But you can't, can you? That'll be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya.
You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. Rubbed out. You scoundrel! So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution.
I'll get you for this.
That's such a cliché phrase. One says something just like that if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turn out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Maya, what am I supposed to do?
And now you finally found it.
Oh, it's you. I thought it was Mia. I don't know. Sometimes the question marks show up, I kinda guess who is talking. But it was Edgeworth. Now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Well, Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy...
No, we can't do that.
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage.
What should I do?
That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? Or what can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt on guard, that man is really... Yeah, this is the first time we're defending someone who is clearly guilty. I guess even though he didn't literally do the deed, he's the catalyst for causing the death in the first place. So, I mean, what do you call that? Like, I don't know, is it called like third-degree murder or something like that? I don't know. Maybe not. Like obviously he has the intent to kill, he just didn't do the deed. You know, what do you call it? I don't know what you call that. Conspiracy maybe? Conspiracy to kill? I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense, but what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing, yeah, considering we've done all that. Isn't that exactly how you fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who are suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? That's... You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why? Why must we fight? What am I fighting for? People like you and Francisco von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record, that's all. And isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty. Wah. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Ominous. Mr. Nick, the transceiver! I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain the acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Onguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things, he's my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you were asking me for reasons to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah? This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and is part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is The Killer. Shelley the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a dealer rather, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain... Maya, it would be my duty as an assassin to see if she receives a nice, long nap. Yes, just a nice, just a nice nap. He means it literally, Impero. He doesn't mean kill, he means like, he's just gonna let her sleep. Wah. Now then, if you excuse me. If someone were to try to say no back to me, it would be quite troublesome.
Meow, 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 meow. Mystic Maya!
I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that? The end of that transmission.
Meow.
Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be! That cat. Can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units headed from On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, we go to the detention center first though. I want to talk to Adrian Andrews and Unlock or Psychlock first before I go, but I guess not. Hey, by the way, we're raiding On Guard's mansion. You want to come with? You know, I guess there's no option to do that. Oh well. See ya. Actually, I don't know. Where do I? Oh yeah, the hotel lobby. I always forget. It's close to the hotel lobby, so that's where we need to go before we come here. Maya!
Please answer us! Mystic Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer! He and our guy were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out the contingency plan ahead of time.
Oh, I mean, I guess she's here, right? I remember this doggy door. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
It's the same one we found from Maya's perspective. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corrida? Why would something like this be here? Right. Look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that is came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth.
Slam!
Break down the door. Ah, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, Wright. An antennae for sending and receiving radio signals and a VCR. But check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, I'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. It's On Guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you have used this to get help?
Mr. Nick, where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. If only she knew. It's a VCR and antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful.
A huge television and speakers loomed largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say,
I would die a happy samurai fan would see Nico Samurai on TV like this.
Well, I guess you're gonna die anyway. I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. What a spacious sofa. I bet 10 pearls would fit on it.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
It's a very small table. I bet we could barely squeeze 3 pearls on there.
But I wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick.
Why are we counting pearls? That's weird. I can't read all the labels, but there's a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like On Guard tape all his own shows. Okay. Nothing else? there's a little door for Shu and this big door. I'm sure Maya uses this door to shove this out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. Figurine, I guess. Thin cuts? Why is that? That's weird. Well, can we go somewhere else? Can we go to the wine cellar? Hello? No one's here. We searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. Let's drink some wine to, you know, distract us from the tragedy of Maya's death. Well, I guess, well, she's not dead yet. Anyway, I've never seen so many bottles all in this one place. And I guess when you're a star, you have so much money, you can buy anything you want. The light doesn't filter on and out of the way, so it's hard to see. Looks like there are crates and cardboard boxes tied up with wire here. It's a pretty heavy door, isn't it? I can't open it by myself. Please don't shove me in here by accident, okay, Mr. Nick? If I were locked in a place like this, I'd be plenty scared too, trust me. Well, what's with this weird picture? Why is it here? Oh, this looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Miss Impax? You mean... Yes, Mr. Corrida's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Miss Ongar's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. With love. With love. Ah, what's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya, she left us a message. What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag on not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for that helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Except we will never, because you died. No! Mystic Maya! What? Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. What is that? And one more Psycholock from Adrian. Miss Andrews Psycholock. If we could just find out what secret she's holding, then I could think I could stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Oh, I just automatically go there. We don't need to move around and everything. We just go. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your Psycholock. What? Psycholock? What are you talking about, you crazy person? I want to know, and you will tell me. Your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Break you? I don't know, I don't think we're gonna do that. We're gonna try this Psycholock once again. Okay, so we saw this before. Tell me why you framed Mr. Enguarde. I told you, it's because I thought he was killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Enguarde. I didn't think you didn't hear, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. You know, why you want revenge? Because there's someone she cares about in her past, and its impacts. Celeste. There's one catalyst that could have caused strong feelings, and it's your lover, impacts. No. Well, maybe, I don't know. Watching out for you hate Mr. Onkard, be some special relation to Ambassador Suicide. Can you explain what's the relation between Slim and Matt? We didn't have this relation before, but now I think we do, because this photo apparently was in Ongar's place, right? And it's from Celeste, supposedly. So that's the link that we can show to her. Well, this is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. What? With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's writing, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright, it was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Ongar's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Okay, what exactly are you gonna tell us? What exactly are you gonna tell us? I don't know. Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan. Well, yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Korda didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. But because of Mr. Ongard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why. With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. And there was Matt, I guess, wearing a helmet. I guess, you know, that guitar in his mansion. Or rather, not guitar, I don't know why I said guitar. His motorcycle. Yeah, his motorcycle. I guess he rides his motorcycle all the time, maybe? They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that's where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Because of Matt's influence, I guess? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Korda have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impax. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I am almost certain Celeste left a suicide note behind, and in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge upon revenge upon revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all of this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two are always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I even bought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. I guess in the end, Juan Corda, even being the victim, he wasn't so innocent after all. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still gonna help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Well, thank you very much for your time, and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I know now. Well, now we know the truth. Now how are we gonna carry that truth into the courtroom? I guess we'll see. Save here.